Trump making a major announcement about accepting the election results. Hello, everyone. I'm Sandra Smith. Trump charging back onto the campaign trail with just 19 days to go in this election. And he's standing his ground, telling a crowd today what he'll do when the results are announced, after sparking an uproar during last night's big debate.
I would like to promise and pledge to all of my voters and supporters, and to all of the people of the United States, that I will totally accept the results of this great and historic presidential election if I win.
Big moment there. Katherine Timpf is a columnist for National Review and a Fox News contributor, and Dan Gerstein is the president of Gotham Ghostwriters. All right, Dan, I'll start with you first. Thanks to both of you for being here.
Sure.
So much going on. Hard to believe he's already back on the campaign trail after such a late night last night. But there he was in Delaware, Ohio, and he stands by his word. What did you make about his sort of clarification there?
Classic Trump. I think you have to view last night's debate as Donald Trump's concession speech. He realizes he can't win. His true megalomaniacal colors came through, and he feels like he has to be the winner. The only way to do that is to say they cheated. The election results can't be trusted. The system's rigged. And he positioned himself to do his next thing, which will be the head of Trump TV, and create a media empire that will make money off of the anger and alienation of all those people who've been following him.
Kat, something you understand, entertainment. And certainly this man is an entertainer. I mean, this happened during the noon hour. We're all watching, and where's he going with this? Where is he? If I win, he says. It certainly caught everybody off guard. But what do you make of the GOP focusing on this right now, with just 19 days left in this election?
I know. Last night, the debate, I'm biased, of course, because I work here, but I pretty clearly the best, most substantive debate that we've had. Talked about policy. Chris Wallace did a great job. He's a star. He was very fair. But as soon as he said that, I was thinking this is going to be the only thing that we're going to focus on for the rest of the day tomorrow, if not beyond. And then Trump, I guess, seemed to make sure that happened by saying that again today, if I win. I'm sure all of his supporters they're not going to accept it either. And, a lot of them are very enthusiastic.
Well, there's another moment that a lot of people are talking about today, and that was Donald Trump talking about Hillary Clinton's campaign paying people to incite violence. Listen to this. Okay, so maybe when we have that sound, we'll get right back to that. Here it is.
The Clinton campaign has paid people to disrupt violently our rallies and to incite absolute total bedlam. I've had occasions where we had rallies and it was so incredibly violent. I said, what's going on over here? These were paid people by the Clinton campaign.
Kat? That's a huge issue, especially because how many times has Clinton or supporters talked about the violence at Trump rallies and what people do at Trump rallies, and this is a sign of what this man stands for, even though those people were doing that on their own. Not okay. It doesn't look good to have supporters who are doing those kinds of things, but it looks a lot worse to be actually paying people to do these kinds of things. I mean, that's huge. And again, these get overshadowed by the kind of language of, if I win and it was rigged, and that's unfortunate because, I mean, that's a huge issue.
I'm sorry. The only thing this is a sign of is Donald Trump's complete lack of self-awareness. That a guy who has been stirring up the anger and alienation, actually inciting violence.
It's not paying anybody to
it doesn't
do that,
matter.
But yes, it does.
His whole campaign is focused on playing to people's fears and anger. And actually, there's documented instances at several of his rallies where he's actually inciting people.
But is he handing them money?
As always is about the voters, Dan, and they're responding to that.
But the difference is these are two low-level Democratic operatives. We don't even know all the details. But just the scale is completely different. Donald Trump has been inciting people to lash out and actually assault people at rallies.
Okay, so let's talk about somebody else who is a target of Donald Trump, and that is Donna Brazile. Obviously, a lot going out there. Donald Trump calling her out for giving Hillary Clinton that debate question. Of course, this is the chairwoman of the DNC that he's talking about. Listen to this.
Hillary Clinton was given the exact questions to a previous debate, word for word. by Donna Brazil, who is now under tremendous pressure to resign from the DNC, as she should be. She should resign.
Keeping the heat on her. All right, Kat?
Yeah, Debbie Wasserman Schultz had to resign already once over something sort of like this, and now woman in there instead, same kind of thing. This is obviously beyond one person's actions. This is obviously, I mean, rigged is a strong word. I think he needs to look at things that he's done wrong in his campaign. But obviously, a lot of this hasn't been fair, and it's obviously widespread. If the person that's going in to replace somebody who is the problem seems to be, at least there's a suggestion that she was doing kind of the same thing.
I'm sorry, guys. You're latching on to this one minor trivial thing. The reason why the media is against Donald Trump is because he's a liar, a fraud.
Hillary Clinton's also a liar.
But what's trivial about the point that he is making there about the debate question?
Because in the scale of things, he's using that, trying to use that as an example that the entire media is rigged against him. That is just laughable.
We're not talking about the media. We're talking about the DNC.
Well, but she's on air. She's using her position, and that's what they're trying to draw the linkage to. My point, though, is this is a small, isolated thing. The bigger issue is why are so many people who are smart on the Republican side of the aisle in denouncing Donald Trump? Are they in the pocket of the DNC? Are they in the pocket of the DNC?
They're not mutually exclusive.
No, it's
There's things that he could have done differently.
It's a reflection of his character.
We have to leave it there, and I can't believe we're getting you all upset. Dan, didn't you just get married like 2 weeks ago?
10 days ago, yeah.
Congratulations, sir. All right. Well, thanks, guys. Hillary Clinton, meanwhile, taking the day off after last night's highly contentious presidential debate.